Japan to Maine to Arizona and everything spooky in between. The nerds have you covered for all things unpleasant and ghastly. That's the wrong ghastly. Join nerds doing nerd things as they present to you Nerdtober.
The name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. I don't know why, but you are.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast.
Really expecting a creepier voice than that.
Yeah, I was too, but if I go too low, I might start.
You go too low, you might not come out.
Basically. No, I thought I was going to start coughing right there. But what's going on, everybody? We are starting Nerdtober off with a bang. Our family-friendly episode, which I guess we have 2 this year.
We have 2, so this week and next week.
I can't give you the opinion on E.T. because I've never seen it. But today we are doing 2023's Disney's Haunted Mansion, based off the ride.
With some tiny snippets into the Eddie Murphy one because we can't help but compare.
Yes, 100%. But before we go into this, I do want to shout out our buddy James, who does a lot of our artworks. Came up with this gorgeous artwork of the front of the mansion.
Do you want to know the story behind this one?
Sure.
So James was like, "Do you want me to do this the thing for Nerdtober?" And I was like, "Oh, absolutely. Here's what we're doing." And he's like, "Okay, I've got an idea." So last week he and I were talking, and he's like, "I want to do the mansion, and I want to do each, some form of the movie in each one of the windows." I said, "Oh, that'd be really, really cool." So Monday night we're talking, and I was like, "Oh, you should do the Hatbox Ghost outside of the Haunted Mansion, kind of welcoming all of our movies in to the mansion." And he went and looked at me, and he's like, "That is a really good idea." So this is a product of mine and James's brainchild because I took his idea and just helped it along, which is why you will find Madame Leota as the moon, because he's like, "I need to put a moon in here." I was like, "What'd be really funny is if you made Madame Leota the moon."
I mean, I thought it was pretty dope. I really thought it was.
So
was kind of spot on.
I will give James all the props on his drawing. I will, however, call this picture mine and James's brainchild.
I mean, I did say it definitely needed Leota in it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Because freaking Madame Leota.
So we were trying to figure out where to put her, and yesterday morning I was like, she needs to be the moon.
Yeah, that's
just.
I love the Hatbox Ghost. Love it. I also like how there's a gigantic boulder on this side that says "Welcome, foolish mortals." That's a boulder. I like that boulder.
I really think James had so much fun putting this together, and I cannot wait to see what he does with the rest of them.
I am so happy, so honored. I am, like you, very excited to see what he does, and I'm so happy he's back drawing again, because I knew he took a little bit of a hiatus, But also, there's something else that happened with our boy James.
Our boy James celebrated a birthday on Wednesday.
I can't believe he's 36 years old. I mean, 25.
Thank you.
He's 25 plus 11. I was very shocked by that, not gonna lie. But yeah, happy birthday, James. Go check him out on James Fair Art on Instagram. but we're gonna have some fun talking about a little bit of spooky season this year.
Yeah, I'm so excited that it's October. It's literally I love all the Burr months, so October, November, December. October's my favorite because it kickstarts it. AJ, you look like your head hurts.
No, no, I thought there were more birds than that, but
No. Nope. There's only 3. Well, technically there's 4 because September, October, November, December.
I mean, I wasn't going to correct you because I don't want to die.
But see, I don't count September because September just gets us geared up and working into spooky season and Thanksgiving and Christmas. And can we talk about the fact that eggnog's already on the freaking shelves? Because no, let me have my Halloween.
I went to BJ's last night to grab deli meat because I start work again on Monday. They already have advent calendars out.
The advent calendars I expect.
No,
Because no, most companies for the last 26 years have been selling them starting in October.
Okay, what about the giant inflatables?
Those, no, those do not come out until Halloween.
Like
No.
you had a witch, pumpkin Snoopy, and then giant ass Santa Claus.
See, the BJ's that Mama and I go to have a seesaw that Evie is fascinated with that she spent 20 minutes convincing me that I needed to buy, and I went, "Well, where the heck am I gonna put it?" Like, I purposely live where I do because I don't want I need a yard. Don't get me wrong, I need a yard. I have a hyperactive dog and now I have a little kid, but I didn't want to maintain a yard. So that's why I live where I do. Um, but anyway, AJ, you want to hear a fun fact about me from yesterday?
Oh dear, what happened?
So I woke up yesterday morning and I was like, "Oh, it's October 1st." So you want to know what the first song immediately that starts playing in my head? If you can't guess it, then you're not a Disney fan.
Is it Nightmare? No,
No. Boo
Oh,
to you.
I've been watching that for a month and a half already. Bite me. They've been doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party since August 27th. I don't want to hear
I
about
know, and I've been watching the TikToks for them. But at any rate, so that's the song. 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm awake at like yesterday was 4:30. I was awake at 4:30 in the morning, and that's the song that was on repeat. And then of course my coworker, I'm talking to him today, and he starts singing the song in my ear, and I'm like, I just got it out of my head. You suck.
I mean, it's fall, so my brain immediately thought you would open up a window and says, "What a glorious morning!" Makes me sick.
Oh, that was me yesterday and actually most of last week too. What a glorious morning. I love fall.
My
The air is
allergies
so
are kicking
crisp.
back up again.
I just turned the heat on for the first time in like a month and a half. Like I just turned the air on for
We're
like a
not
month and
we're
a
not
half.
doing that for a while. I'm not worried about that. We ain't doing that for a while.
I broke down this morning. I was up at 4 a.m. and it was like 50 something degrees in my house. I
You're like,
kind of needed to,
son of a gun, it's cold in here.
all of our windows are open. It's been comfy.
But
It was a little cold this morning.
let's get into Haunted Mansion now. We've come really close to the 10-minute mark already, which is wild. Justin Simeon directed, stars Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Rosario Dawson.
You said her name wrong.
Who's
Rosario Dawson. You said her name wrong.
said it? What? How do, if you go Star Wars on me, I'm gonna smack you next time.
Ahsoka Tano.
Dan Levy, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jared Leto.
You still said her name wrong.
We talking about Jamie Lee Curtis here? You
Yep.
gonna give me the mom in Freaky Friday?
Actually, if I could think of her name, I was gonna give you the the character in Halloween. Oh, you also said Danny DeVito's name wrong.
Phil Atitis.
No, the Lorax.
Never saw it.
Oh, you should. It has some good music.
So, a lot of the movies that we've been talking about have always been decent, good, or great in the box office. This
This
was
is
a
mediocre.
flop.
It's oh, I thought figured it would be mediocre.
It had a budget of 150 million. It just brought home 117.5. It
So
lost,
not a total flop,
but
but
they lost money.
it didn't break even.
They lost money, and honestly, I'm kind of shocked by it.
I'm not.
Really, I
Yeah.
had more fun with this movie than the Eddie Murphy one.
Um,
I liked how this had comedy when it needed comedy. It had spookiness throughout the duration of the movie,
well,
and it had an overall story of
I
what's going on.
so I think part of the problem, and it's a problem we're gonna run into more often than either one of us would probably like. Um, can you pull up the gross for Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Um, but I think we're running into the problem of everybody felt that it was a remake. So they kind of felt that they were walking into the same or similar movie to what we had gotten with Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being a retelling of what the ride, what the story the ride has. Am I making
So
sense?
yeah, what did you wanted to know the money?
I wanted to know the money. I want to know how far over Eddie Murphy's movie succeeded.
So Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion from 2003, 90 million it took to make,
Hmm.
brought home double 182.3 million.
Yeah, so a lot of that has to do with the actors attached to that particular movie.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't, other than Rosario Dawson and Danny DeVito, oh, and Jared Leto. I really didn't know any of the actors that were in um the 2023 Haunted Mansion.
I kind of like that in a way.
I loved that I didn't know a whole lot of them. I love that they waited 20 years before redoing it. Um,
Well,
but
Tiffany Haddish, if you've seen Orange is the New Black, she's a very famous comedian lady.
I've heard of her. I've never actually really seen her work. Um, but I know like one of my fears when this came out was I didn't want another Eddie Murphy movie.
No,
Um,
neither did I. I wanted
there's nothing wrong with
something
the Eddie Murphy movie, but I didn't want another
completely
one.
different. And this is
Um,
completely different.
yeah, I would have liked to see some elements, and we did. We did see some elements from the Eddie Murphy movie in this, but I definitely, if anybody has ever played the video game for the Haunted Mansion, uh,
Nope.
this was it wasn't akin to it, but I definitely could attribute that video game to this movie and not Eddie Murphy.
No, I didn't play the game. The only game that I played with Haunted Mansion in it was that Disneyland Adventures game, which I religiously play still.
So when the PS2 Haunted Mansion came out, I was obsessed with that game. I loved that game. My cousins could tell you that I almost beat the game on two different save files. And I say two different save files because I had to help my cousin with a couple of the scenes because they were very you had to be able to move and hit buttons all at the same time, and I was very good at it. Um, it was all hand-eye coordination, which is hilarious because I can't play Call of Duty at all.
Uh,
Anything that's a shooter game, nope, can't can't play it worth a damn. But you hand me like Kingdom Hearts, like any of those games, I am golden.
But back to how this movie went about. I I'm reading some of the reviews, and we really don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes. We don't listen to Metacritic. We just use them as like a what did the critics think, and then you look at the audience, and
Mhm.
I don't really understand it because the acting was good. I felt like the writing
Well,
was smart.
what does Rotten Tomatoes say?
Oh, I clicked off it. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 38% with critics, but an
Okay.
84% with fans. So I feel
Okay,
like
I
the
can see
fans
that.
kind of on my board there.
Well, in my experience, um, and honestly, it contributes to how I pick what movies I'm going to watch,
Mm,
or at least how I used to. Now I just pick whatever I want to go see and I go see it. Um, when Rotten Tomatoes always gave like a low score for the critics on a movie, 9 times out of 10, that movie was worth seeing. I don't know why. I don't know how that works, but that was just because you get the little newspaper when I was a kid, you get the newspaper and it would have the Rotten Tomatoes score in
yeah,
it. And my mom and I used to go to the movies once in a while, and she would go, "Well, what do you want to see?" And I'm like, "Cool, what's the Rotten Tomatoes score on this movie?" And she'll tell me it's like 20%. Cool, let's go see that one.
but like I said, I don't see why it was. Critics are always off with me,
And
but
Critics critics are looking for eh, honestly, if the movie doesn't jive with them or they're looking for something in particular or they walked in thinking,
it was going to be
something
one thing, and
specific, yeah, and it turned out something different,
yeah.
that always there's always the bias there.
Mm.
Um, and you can't take away the bias. You can try to be as unbiased as possible, but a little bit of bias is always going to come through.
As
It's
as
just
as everybody knows, we're huge
yeah.
Disney nuts. We know this is based off the ride with liberties.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
also aware that not everybody is a Disney nut, and there are some people who are not Disney nuts who really enjoy this movie.
I know one right now, and she's having a great time in Colorado, I think.
Yeah.
Um, but I thought it was well acted. I thought it was well written. Um, there wasn't a portion of this movie where I was like, okay, it's got to be almost over. No, it's a very cohesive, flowing story that takes turns, left turns, right turns, and left turns. Um, but my biggest issue, and this is a huge pet peeve of mine, if you have the same characters for the ride, they need to die in the same way. Am I making any sense?
I would like you to explain.
So, in the 2003 Eddie Murphy edition,
Mhm.
Master Gracie himself after his wife, girlfriend gets poisoned.
Mhm.
We don't have the wife in the ride. It's a completely separate character who in the 2023 movie we see her in the attic, we see all her
Mhm.
husbands, and we see her as a character, doesn't say anything, just throws an axe and um
Mhm.
but when Gracie and his wife dies, he poisons himself in this movie. He doesn't cut like in the ride,
Mhm.
because I'm fine with doing
Um,
stuff completely different.
so
I think you need to at least keep.
can I make a correction?
Go ahead.
So if you are assuming that the lady with the axe is his wife, you are wrong.
It's not his wife. That's what I'm saying. It's a separate character. That's not Constance Hatchaway is not his wife.
Making sure.
Um, it's somebody completely different who takes over the house after Gracie dies and decides to marry for money and get rid of the bodies. But
Not the way I understood that one, but that's okay.
it bugged me. It bugged me in the movie theater, and it bugged me when we rewatched it.
So how does Gracie die in the ride?
There's always my way. Hanging from the ceiling. You can't picture that in the ride, can you? Right now,
No, I can't. I know what you're talking about in the ride. I just
in the elevator shaft or
but
the stretching room. There's always my way. Oh, I didn't mean to scare you prematurely. Nothing?
I know which scene you're talking about, but I never thought that that was Gracie.
Yeah,
Ever.
it's Gracie. Um, but yeah, that's one thing that bothered me. I really love the fact that Florida, Florida's Haunted Mansion, and Disneyland's Haunted Mansion are both represented in this movie. For the majority of the movie, it's the antebellum mansion that you would find at Disneyland. And for when they go to Crump's old mansion, it kind of takes a look at the New England, New Yorkish style of Florida's. I liked the fact that they were paying homage to the ride while continuing to do their thing. Suze, what's up? What are you looking?
You can keep talking.
Oh, well, I was trying to figure out where you wanted to go with this. Um, what did you think of the story of adding the Hatbox Ghost as the villain for the movie?
I think it's great. I actually liked that it was the Hatbox Ghost versus Jeeves.
Oh,
I
I
I
know
think
what
it
you mean.
made
Yeah,
I think it made a lot more sense
instead of the butler, it was.
instead of the butler. Um, I definitely feel that um it made for a more cohesive story. Um, than like if it's hard to explain, but part of the reason that I like the 2023 version better is because of the Hatbox Ghost. I do, however, we kind of sort of see them in the 2023, but we really don't, and it's the hitchhiking ghosts.
You definitely see them in the 03 one. You see them
Yeah,
for maybe 10 seconds of screen time in both appearances. So 5 and 5. Um, they're when Lakeith Stanfield's character goes out because he thought he saw his wife who passed away. Because the Hatbox Ghost is playing some hella tricks on him. Um, I like the fact that they gave the Hatbox Ghost and Jared Leto the Heath Ledger Joker treatment with the very much bass in the voice when he talks. I don't know if you noticed that, Susie. That whenever the Ghost talks, he's just that's the sound and it's just booming.
yeah,
Like he's forcing you to hear him. And they were going to if they didn't do the Hatbox Ghost or Henry Crump or as the villain, or I don't know where they would pull the villain from unless they would have to do what they do in 03 and hey, the butler's the villain. Um but I really liked the fact that he he was somebody who came from I don't know, the beyond, an evil spirit that wants his revenge, and had William Gracie basically by a spell because he wanted his wife back. And if you watch the movie, you'll see the dip into madness that Gracie gets after he loses his wife, because he has Madame Leota, played by the magnificent Jamie Lee Curtis, um, do seances every night for a year, and most of the ghosts, or not all the ghosts, but the Hatbox ghosts, were all happy. They were partying, they were having fun. You saw that, and then the Hatbox ghost comes by. I can get you your wife. You'll never be alone from her again. And he falls for it. 963 kills for the Hatbox Ghost.
Mhm.
When he died, I forgot what the year he died. But Danny DeVito's character does the math. All they need is one, and he's the strongest on a full moon, so there's your plot.
I also think it's interesting that there was 2 that he could choose from to be a willing candidate.
Yeah,
It had to be a willing candidate. So
I did
I
like that. And
I AJ, you and I were talking about flashbacks in a movie or in a
yeah,
even in a TV show, flashbacks. Um, and you and I had spent a long time watching The Last of Us. And one of the things The Last of Us did was it would dedicate almost an entire episode to a flashback. Um, do you like how they incorporated flashbacks in this movie, or you feel that they were unnecessary to the story progression?
so I know I asked you this question when we were watching the movie, and I'm happy you're
Hmm.
bringing it back up. I don't mind flashbacks as long as they serve a purpose to advance the story.
Okay.
If they are flashbacks to just show what happened before,
Hmm.
it bothers me. These flashbacks were put in at good, if not great, times to show how what's his character's name? It's bothering me.
I'm glad you're looking it up because I don't remember.
I apologize, everybody. I had everything set up. Hit one X button, figured I could figure it out.
No, he
Ben,
was relying on my
holy crap.
memory and should never do that.
Um, he to show Ben's how much he's hurt and how much he's in pain after his wife dies. Um, and it culminates into why the Hatbox Ghost is able to sink his teeth into him a little bit, and
Hmm.
now Ben's got other stuff that he needs to overcome. And I really think when Tiffany Haddish's character, who is the seer,
Hmm.
um, when she says, "I don't feel her presence," and you see Ben get upset, and then she tells him, "That's a good thing. That means she's not trapped here. It means she went on."
And she's at
And
peace.
and there were certain portions of this movie that hit the feels so hard with loss. So hard. Like it did not need to. It really did. Because we find out that Ben's character has lost somebody. Gabby's character, Travis's Travis's character has lost somebody. You
Hmm.
know, they Gabby lost a husband, Travis lost a father, and Ben lost his wife.
Yeah.
And you could see how that drains on them through this movie, especially Travis too.
I can't imagine anybody losing a parent at his age. Okay, hell, I can't even imagine losing a parent at my age, and I'm an adult. So I kind of get where what Travis is feeling. Like I don't understand it, but I get it. I see where he's coming from
And I think he portrayed it awesome.
so well. I loved the bit where, Ben was like, "Oh yeah, he's talking to his dad. He's fine." And Gabby just turned, look at him, and go, "His dad is dead."
Hmm.
Like, none of us realized that up until that point. And that was like the oh no moment.
Yeah, and that's when everybody, at least when we saw it in the movie theater, everybody went, "Ugh."
Yeah.
They're gonna kill the kid."
Hmm.
I just it this like I said, this movie hit some major feels in a movie where we weren't expecting it to.
So, I got a couple more uh questions for you. First of which is, can we talk about Madame Leota's outfit? Because seriously,
Over, 100% over, and
huh?
over the top.
Oh no, I loved the over top. It was perfect for her. What
But
I'm gonna comment on is I didn't realize we were on Naboo.
hmm, yeah, you said that we were watching it. I was like, oh, is she like a bridesmaid with Princess Armadillo? I did that
I
on purpose. Don't shoot me, Star Wars fans.
I I I I I
But
love her outfit.
I think
Don't get me
Sears.
wrong, but I literally just went
But look at Tiffany Haddish's character. Look at Harriet.
yeah.
She dresses over the top. Jamie Lee
So
Curtis's character, Madame Leota, dresses over the top. I
yeah.
think they're trying to portray that Sears
Mhm.
stand out.
No, and they did a fabulous job at that, and I think that the way they approached it, especially knowing that, like, when Queen Amidala was first introduced to us, she had a stark red, big hair, like, everything was big. And I think they took that, and at least that concept, and ran with it for the Sears, and I think it's perfect. Like, without a doubt, I think it's absolutely perfect. Um So, since we're talking about different actors and different characters, I would like to bring up Owen Wilson.
Oh, Father Kent is not really a father.
Father Kent is not really a father,
He
but
just
Father Kent was.
plays one to scam people.
I I really think that out of all the movies
What are
I've
you gonna
ever
do?
watched with
Kill them?
Owen
They're already
Wilson,
dead. Well, they're gonna be deader.
yeah. Well, but out of all the movies that I've ever watched with Owen Wilson in it, this has got to be one of my favorites. Live action.
Okay, I was gonna say Cars.
Specify live action. Um, because like he's great in Night at the Museum, and
That's where I was gonna go with that.
yeah.
I feel
So
like in this, he has more. Like I said, I like him in Night of the Museum, like you,
mhm,
but I feel like he has more character range in this.
yeah, it's just all over the place, and it's great, and you get to see all the emotions and see all the big feelings, and it was great to see Owen like bring this character to life.
Yeah,
I have a question for AJ though.
I'm not
What
used to
did
you
you
asking the
think?
questions.
Huh?
I'm not used to you asking the questions.
What did you think of Jared Leto as the Hatbox Ghost?
Well, we already talked about how they they based his voice
Hmm.
to make it so he's forcing you to feel it,
Yeah.
but you don't really see Jared Leto. It's all CGI'd. It's his voice.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, and
I think he does a good job with his voice.
mhm.
And I think they just took it and altered it just a little bit to give it that booming aspect. But yeah, I think they did a good job. I think he did a good job. He delivered the lines, I thought, very well. Um like there are times in this movie where you're like, "Oh shit." Yeah. Don't come after me, please.
I honestly, I couldn't pick an actor to make Hatbox Ghost as creepy as he did. Now you're gonna think about it.
I no, I probably off the top of my head I'm going to say no.
Well, that's the thing, like, off the top of my head, I can't pick one, But, like, if you gave me time to, like, really think about it, I probably could. But at the same time, it's kind of like,
Colin Farrell, maybe? But then you're asking for
ooh,
maybe. Oh no, he does a pretty good American accent too.
yeah. But all in all, I think everyone's performances were really good. I I don't have any complaints. Um, do I believe that this one is superior to the 2003 one? Yes. But if you want to still watch a good movie, you could definitely go watch the 2003 one. It's not a bad movie.
I have more
I just
issues with that movie.
I just don't I don't know that I have issues with the movie.
I
Like, it's
feel
hard to
I know we talked about it on the podcast. I'm pretty sure a couple years ago we did it for Nerdtober.
mm.
Um, the pacing in that movie I feel like is way off in a lot of ways.
So, we watched it this past Sunday, and I'm, like, trying to think of, like I mean, there are a couple of things that I don't like about the Eddie Murphy movie, one of which is the pacing. The second, I do not like the butler being the villain. I don't like him as the villain. I don't like the fact that I like there are some aspects of this movie are the same as in the 2023, so, like, they did keep some things the same, but I don't like that the butler is the villain.
Mhm.
That just bothers my whole realm of understanding and just belief. Um, I don't like that they dragged, uh, his like, Eddie Murphy's wife into this, like, what?
Just
Like,
because she looked like, just because she
yeah,
looked like her.
there was just so much that I found it unbelievable and just a little far-fetched,
Mhm.
but, I mean, all in all, it's still a good movie, so obviously I'll watch it because I watched it this past weekend, so
I 100% think this the 2023 one is much more superior. I actually cared about what happened to these
mhm,
characters.
yeah.
And I do like the little bow at the end of it that they kind of wrapped everything up. That
I like that they're living in harmony with the ghosts.
yeah, it's gonna be weird though
It's definitely gotta be. But they're living in harmony, so,
because of course my brain goes into weird places. Like, what happens if they have to go to the bathroom? Does it like turn into Sims where they just there's like a big what? Sorry, I didn't mean to
Oh,
break Susie there.
okay.
But you knew what I was talking about, which was even better.
So, I don't know. That's a good question. But, I mean, I like that this had a happy ending. I like that the fisherman ghost got to go back out to sea and
Hmm.
stole a boat.
Did we do the old haunted mansion?
I don't think we did. I think we just talked about it briefly.
Because I'm looking at it right now and I know C.
I don't think we did.
Interesting.
Yeah. I will find it, however, hilarious. So my daughter was watching this with us, and, so we had put out a cot for her.
Hmm.
She waited until the last 15 minutes of this freaking movie
Oh, less than that.
before she went and crawled onto her cot to go to sleep.
It was less than that. It was maybe like the last 5 minutes. And
And
I
the
think
minute
we were
she
all saying like now you're gonna choose to
now
go to sleep.
now you're gonna choose to go to sleep? This kid, how I'm gonna do with her? Don't know. Don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
I love this movie. It's so much fun. It's an easy watch.
when did this movie come out?
2023
What month?
July, end of July, when the seventh month dies.
I was 4 months pregnant.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you missed half the movie. I
I
forgot
didn't
about
miss
that.
half the movie. I missed a quarter of the movie.
And
Because there was a tiny one kicking my bladder.
one of our other friends brought a bunch of adult beverages
I was so mad.
to a movie theater, and everybody was indulging. Susie was just sniffing.
Yep.
Oh, that smells good. Sorry, you can't have it.
Yeah. It's all good though. Oh, I was interested to see how many. I knew I was pregnant. I just couldn't remember how many months pregnant I was.
All right, everybody. What are your thoughts on the 2023 Haunted Mansion? What are your thoughts on the 2003 one with Eddie Murphy? Because I guess we have to add that to next year now.
Yeah.
Uh, I very much enjoyed it. Susie was mid to good, I guess. Would you?
No, I was mid to good on the Eddie Murphy one. This one I love. I love this one.
Oh, that's not what you said before. I thought.
No, I love this one.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, cool.
No, this is my favorite. Will say though that next year when we review the 2003 Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion, we're also going to do the Muppets Haunted Mansion.
Fine by me. I still haven't seen that. I don't think.
I haven't seen it either.
Whew. Excuse me, everybody. Wow. I'm not
You
looking
gonna be
forward to
okay?
going to work next week. Like I am looking forward to it, but I'm also not.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm afraid I'm gonna miss so much.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so that's a normal feeling?
Yes.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe. Since last week, we're up 4 new subscribers.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
And you get to check us out for ET next week. We're our fabulous.
On home. Or no, home phone. Phone home? Home phone? Ryan told us how he actually said it. And it was a
So
Mandela effect.
so he first says it home phone. By the end of the movie, it turns into phone home
Hmm.
because our brains will automatically flip the word so it makes it
Yep.
English.
Yep. Automatically. It's wild. It's like I can read upside down perfectly.
Mm.
You could eat like have you seen those things where they'll misspell words
Yeah.
and you're still able to read it
Hmm.
perfectly because your brain will translate it to how it's
Yeah.
supposed to be?
Hmm.
That I could do no problem. Give me an
But
actual book. No.
I think Ryan's joining us next week, isn't he?
I think so. I hope so. His work schedule has gotten cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I don't have Cocoa Puffs in my house though. I have Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puff, Reese's Puff.
Reese's Puffs.
All those commercials from the 80s, late 90s, early 2000s are like ingrained into my head.
Th-
Chia.
They live rent free in my head.
Yeah. I Me and my racing buddies cuz we're in a Discord all the time together. We'll throw
Mhm.
something up on YouTube or what have you. And we're just I have it on like old commercials like the zoo books. Remember the zoo books?
Or remember the Zoo Books?
Or oh, what was the thing where it was like bubbles, but it was they're like the really long.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of
I
it.
can't think of it either. But we're all just like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, I feel old. Oh, I remember that. Oh, my back. Oh, my neck hurts.
That's almost as good as NSYNC formed how many years ago?
30. 30 years ago yesterday. And you want to hear
Yeah.
something even scarier?
Mm.
Backstreet Boys was 93 and they're still going. Going
Yeah.
strong
Well,
apparently
kind
too.
of. Yeah.
I mean, what, 12 sold out shows in the Las Vegas sphere?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I would drop a mortgage on a mortgage I don't have to go see that. Because that looked like a badass show.
So I told my husband this, and he
Uh-oh.
didn't believe me until he found out how serious I 100% was. Um, if NSYNC ever announced a reunion tour, I would drop a mortgage payment to go see them in concert.
Do you know how much it would they would break the world if both of them toured?
There
Like,
would be a
okay, hold on.
90s stampede.
Let let me ask this question, and I know we're rambling here. BSB and NSYNC together,
hmm
Tay Tay. Who breaks the internet more?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say, I'm gonna say probably BSB and NSYNC would break the internet for like 2 weeks, and then Tay Tay would take back over.
I think all the all the kids that from 1988 to maybe 2000,
hmm
all of them will come out of their hidey holes and crash Ticketmaster.
Well, that's why I think PSB and NSYNC will crush the internet for maybe 2 weeks, and then Tay Tay will take back over.
I don't even think it would take 2 weeks. The shit will be sold out the minute the tickets go live.
Yeah, but just because the tickets are sold out the minute everything goes live doesn't mean that everything dies down and the internet doesn't continue to break for the next week and a half.
Yeah, because then everybody's pissed that they couldn't get a ticket, and the cheapest ticket now is reselled for like $10,000.
Exactly.
But
So,
everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for indulging us into our rambling a little bit.
if
This
you have thoughts on what we've just discussed, feel free to drop a comment. Apparently, our knowledge does not just extend to movies.
no, we're full of pop culture references and some other screwed up references, but hey, they were fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm great at trivia.
Heck, even drop a question, see if we know the answer without having to Google it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.